Horner gives his opinion on Andretti's attempt to join the grid, Red Bull in a tough position after a difficult Friday, and exciting qualifying expected after Mercedes and Ferrari start strong. Let's get straight into the latest F1 news. Christian Horner maintains that the rejection of Andretti's entry into Formula One is unrelated to their American nationality. He suggests that the quickest path to joining the grid is to purchase an already existing team. Although the Andretti family recently sought political support in Washington for their bid, F1 has firmly closed the door on their entry for now. Despite their earlier setback, the Andrettis remain undeterred and have recently unveiled a new base in Silverstone to continue their F1 operations. Additionally, they have recruited Pat Simons, who was previously involved in the technical aspects of Formula One. However, their efforts currently lack a definitive outcome as Formula One management, FOM, has adamantly refused Andretti's entry and the addition of an 11th team, a sentiment echoed by the current constructors. In the lead-up to the Monaco Grand Prix, Christian Horner was questioned about whether his views on Andretti's bid had changed given recent developments. In response, he expressed his respect for Andretti's racing legacy, emphasizing Mario Andretti's legendary status in the sport. Horner also acknowledged Andretti's association with Cadillac, a prominent U.S. automotive manufacturer. Horner mentioned F1's statement that they would review Andretti's entry in 2028 if they were to introduce their own engine. Additionally, he suggested that if Andretti wished to join Formula One, a similar approach to Audi's acquisition of Sauber could be pursued. This, according to Horner, would ensure the stability of the current teams in the sport. Outside of the paddock, there is a growing perception that the rejection of Andretti's entry carries a specific intent. Mario Andretti stated this week that Greg Maffei, the CEO of Liberty Media, expressed a determination to prevent Michael Andretti from joining Formula One. This sentiment has fueled discontent among American fans who believe that Formula One gladly accepts their financial support, but is reluctant to embrace a fully American team. However, Horner unequivocally stated that nationality is not a factor influencing the decision. Speaking about his own team, Horner emphasized their American ownership and the presence of 5 Fortune 500 companies on their car. He believes that the refusal of Andretti's entry is purely based on the business model of Formula One. Horner reflected on the past when struggling teams required bailouts or faced financial insolvency. He commended Liberty Media for establishing a robust and prosperous Formula One system wherein even the weakest team is valued at around $1 billion. Horner also praised Liberty Media's approach in expanding the sport and attracting new fans. While he was surprised to see Andretti engage in political processes, he hopes that if they genuinely aspire to join the grid, they will find a way. Nevertheless, he believes that the most natural solution for Andretti, if they are interested, is to acquire an existing team. Lewis Hamilton expressed his optimism about his chances in the Monaco qualifying, despite the challenges he still needs to tackle. He feels absolutely positive about his performance after finishing second in FP2, with the Mercedes W15 showing great competitiveness around the famous street circuit. Based on his past success at high downforce circuits like Hungary, Hamilton was hopeful about Mercedes' prospects for the weekend. His qualifying simulations placed him ahead of Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez, and both McLarens during Friday's practice sessions. Although Hamilton acknowledged that there is work to be done, he spoke positively about his and Mercedes' impressive performance in Monaco. He deemed it the best day on the track so far, emphasizing the car's positive and enjoyable feeling. Despite some balance challenges, Hamilton expressed confidence in the overall strength of their performance. When asked about the close encounters with the barriers in Monte Carlo, Hamilton noted that it is rather common in Monaco, so it didn't surprise him. However, he was pleasantly surprised by the grip level and the car's response on the track. Compared to previous years, it has been a more enjoyable ride. Regarding the second session, Hamilton wasn't sure if they improved or not. However, he recognized that they still have significant work to do on long runs to ensure they can last until the end of the race. Considering the crucial importance of qualifying and the difficulty of overtaking in Monaco, Hamilton is determined to maintain the strong one-lap pace that Mercedes has shown. He expressed his confidence heading into Saturday's qualifying and emphasized the need to improve their long-run pace and tire graining. Hamilton's outlook for qualifying remains highly positive, with the goal of preserving their strong performance in order to secure a favorable starting position. Max Verstappen expressed his concern about the issues he faced during Friday's practice sessions in Monte Carlo. Despite making adjustments to the car's setup, Verstappen was unable to match the leading pace set by Charles Leclerc of Ferrari. Finishing in fourth place, Verstappen found himself more than half a second behind Leclerc. During the practice session, Verstappen likened his car's behavior to that of a kangaroo when communicating with his race engineer, Giampiero GP Lambiase, through the team radio. In a post-session interview, Verstappen admitted that he found it extremely challenging to pinpoint and describe the exact nature of the problems affecting his car. The track in Monte Carlo poses additional difficulties due to its numerous bumps, curbs, and camber changes. Verstappen explained that these elements cause the car to lose lap time because it doesn't handle them well. Consequently, this hampers their speed and performance. Unfortunately, Verstappen mentioned the lack of a clear direction or solution to address these issues for the rest of the weekend. Comparing the situation to the previous Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, where Red Bull faced initial difficulties but then rebounded to secure pole position, Verstappen revealed that the setup adjustments available to the team won't be sufficient to resolve the inherent characteristics causing problems in Monte Carlo. These characteristics are an intrinsic part of the car's design, meaning that immediate changes are not possible. Verstappen acknowledged the need to improve the situation slightly, but stated that he didn't have high expectations or anticipate any miraculous improvements. Concerning their competitors, Verstappen believed that Ferrari had a significant advantage on the track in Monaco. Focusing on Red Bull's own issues, he emphasized the importance of solving them and making the car more manageable. Verstappen didn't expect to challenge Ferrari's dominance, but wanted to address their own problems effectively. Similar to Verstappen, Sergio Perez, Verstappen's teammate, echoed these sentiments. Perez secured the 8th fastest time in the second practice session, trailing Verstappen by an additional 0.3 of a second. Acknowledging the challenges they faced, Perez stated that the team's limitations were proving difficult to overcome. He expressed hope that their collective efforts overnight would yield positive results, but conceded that it wouldn't be an easy task. Both Verstappen and Perez agreed that based on Friday's performance, it would be difficult for Red Bull to rival Ferrari. They acknowledged Ferrari's impressive pace and ability to consistently deliver fast laps. Understanding the advantage Ferrari possessed, particularly regarding tire management, they accepted the challenging situation they faced. Looking ahead to make improvements before the critical qualifying session, Perez expressed concern that it wouldn't be a straightforward task. He emphasized the need for multiple adjustments to address various aspects of the car. Perez remained optimistic, hoping that these changes would bring them closer to the leading contenders, despite admitting the current tough circumstances. Red Bull's top engineer, Paul Monahan, has officially signed a new contract with the team based in Milton Keynes. In a show of commitment, long-standing Red Bull member Paul Monahan has extended his stay with the reigning world champions by putting pen to paper on a fresh agreement. Renewing the alliance, Paul Monahan and Red Bull have solidified their working relationship with a long-term deal, which was confirmed during the Monaco Grand Prix. Monahan, who has been part of the Red Bull family since 2005, will continue his instrumental role as an engineer. While the team recently announced the impending departure of Adrian Newey, their long-standing chief technical officer, by mid-2025, the Red Bull outfit has seen a remarkable resurgence in securing their technical personnel. Following suit after technical director Pierre Wash's contract extension in February, Paul Monahan has now joined him in reaffirming his allegiance to Red Bull's cause, thereby quashing rumors of a potential move to Ferrari. In line with this trend, both Enrico Balbo, the aerodynamic chief, and Ben Waterhouse, the head of performance engineering, committed to new contracts in December. The only holdout currently is Jonathan Wheatley, the sporting director. However, it is expected that Wheatley, a British engineer, will eventually sign an updated agreement. PlanetF1.com has learned that Wheatley may also be exploring alternative opportunities with other teams, namely Alpine and Sauber, as he seeks a more senior position elsewhere on the grid. Although speculation tied Wheatley's name to potentially replace Christian Horner as the team principal under certain circumstances, such rumors were put to rest as Horner successfully retained the confidence of Red Bull's shareholders. Wheatley's ongoing negotiations are kept confidential, with any potential decisions between the parties involved remaining undisclosed to the public. In light of this situation, Horner was elusive when asked about the current status of Wheatley's future during the Miami Grand Prix. emphasizing the team's policy of not divulging contractual matters to outsiders. Thanks for watching the video. Watch this video to get in-depth F1 news.